Hello, friends. It's Chops. Welcome to another Chopsvlog. Yay! Anyways, yeah, man, we're humming along. It's another week. I haven't actually got a whole lot to report. I spent most of my time this week farming, helping some buddies do some farms for some vets they're trying to build. Just enjoying a good, low key, relaxed farming session, playing some battlegrounds, that kind of thing. Not a whole lot of PvE progress on the account, though I did get started with a little bit of cooking. And I spent all of last week's video running around looking for a Draenor cooking trainer. Turns out there isn't such a thing. It helps when you look these things up. You just cook in Draenor, and you learn the recipes via cooking, which is kind of cool. You learn how to cook by cooking. Imagine that. But I did realize while doing that and working a little bit on the quests for Legion engineering, which also cool. Like you progress learning the recipes by doing quests instead of just neat. I appreciate that Blizzard did both of those expansions, treated their professions a little bit more professionally. You didn't just go to a trainer and click a button a bunch of times and now you know all these recipes and schematics and stuff. Like I'm in Legion engineering, for instance, I am helping a dwarf build like gun turrets in a defensive system, and so I'm learning the recipes as he's needing me to help him create them. It's very cool. I like that. But I realized in doing that and looking through sort of my professional logs, I've got a straight eyebrow doing something. I've got old man eyebrows and they're just all over the place right now. Anyways, I realized in doing that I hadn't actually done any real cataclysm cooking. I just kind of blew through that and moved on. Like I've got Cata cooking shamefully sitting down here at like 14 points. And I also realized I need to learn a lot of the Cata recipes because I've got this whole list of unlearned recipes and they all take Epicurean rewards. And I have some Epicurean rewards. I think I might have enough to buy all of these. I have to go check, but I figured it couldn't hurt to do another quest or two just to make sure. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, somewhere 20. Yeah, I have like 20 recipes that I need. I have 63 Epicurean rewards. I have enough for 21 recipes. I figured I didn't really do an exact count, but it doesn't hurt to go do this because also if I end up with leftover Epicurean rewards, I can always just get the chef's hat for 100 of them and just start on that. So that's what I'm going to do right now because I can't believe that I completely flaked on that. And then I'm also going to go do a little bit of work on Panda and a little bit of work on Draenor cooking. I also really messed up and didn't realize that this past week was the Dark Moon Fair. I just haven't been really paying a whole lot of attention, if you can't tell. And I missed getting the quests, the profession quests there. If you don't know, in the Dark Moon Fair, you can do profession quests. And those quests will reward 5 points in that profession. And they reward it in the most recent expansion that you have learned but not maxed out. So, for instance, if you're making a new twink, Chops pro tip here, the last 5 or 10 points of Pandaria engineering require a ton of Spirits of Harmony, which are a pain to grind. You can do it and, but really you could do literally anything else. So what you could do is just get to that last 10 or so points and then do the profession quest at the Dark Moon Fair 1 week and then a month later and get it without having to farming Motes of Harmony. And you could go spend your time doing something else if you're willing to be that patient for it. Or like if you need like the last 5 points and you just don't want to do it, also good. It's also a way to kind of like the way that I've been kind of doing everything linearly. It's a way for me to rack up some profession points in professions that I'm not currently working on. So I've got like Coltira and cooking going fairly well and stuff like that. So just a heads up if you didn't know that, that's how it assigns the points. You get the 5 profession points in the most recent expansion that you don't have maxed out, that you have also learned. So if you wanted to do that to say level the last little bit of Northrend engineering, don't learn Cata engineering until you've done that. Does that make sense? That's how you do that. So yeah, man, that's what we're going to do in this video. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I haven't really made any like leaps to finish things up. In fact, I realized I need to backtrack a few weeks. I need to also watch this fishing lure because I've missed a couple of fish just chatting at the camera. So I'm gonna throw on some vibe music, and you guys are gonna watch me do some dailies and some fishing farming for a little bit, man. No real like topics to talk about. No twink news. No rambling thoughts on the state of the game or anything. Just a good old fashioned, old school style Chopsvlog, man. Thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you guys next time if I don't think of something to say and throw it at the end of this video. So, yeah, man, hang tight, enjoy the music. cool. Yeah. I hit 100 Draenor fishing, and then did an outro to the video without my microphone turned on. But yeah, man, I was looking to find a place to farm these scorpions, the sea scorpions, and I had been farming up here, and they were just so spread out. I was like, this is going to take forever. I'm going to go do something else, and which is kind of why I wasn't like really pushing Draenor cooking. So I swam around this whole thing, which you saw, and there was just riveting content because from like here all the way around down to like here, there was just nothing, just me swimming in the sea. Very cool and good. But anyways, I got down here to this little area, and there appear to be a ton of little sea scorpion pools, which is awesome. And I figured, well, I'm pretty close to 100 of Draenor fishing, so I'll just fish till I get to 100 and cut the video there. And so there we are. My pets are getting kind of antsy. They need to be fed. The dog needs to go outside, that kind of thing. So it's time for me to just kind of wrap it up for the evening, as you will. So thanks for hanging out, especially if you made it to the end of the video. Apparently that's a big thing for YouTube, is like if your videos get watched all the way to the end. So consider yourself extra cool if you made it to this point. If you didn't, well, fuck you. With that said, I'm gonna turn it off. Thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you guys next week.